Hi everybody. In this video, let's take a look at Honorlock. So I'm gonna go over the settings in the Honorlock, and I'm gonna just kind of show you some of the things that you would need for the proctored exam. All right. So all this video will be used for all my classes. So the videos on how to use Honorlock and this video of me explaining the settings will all be under the very last week of your course. So to access Honorlock, you simply go to assignments of your very last week, click on practice Honorlock first, so so you actually know how to go through the authentication of using Honorlock. You can either come to assignments or you can just go back up to the top and click on quizzes, and you should see a practice Honorlock and the actual final exam. So the settings for both are the same. There's no password protections. Okay, if there is a password, please let me know. Okay. All right. So let's go over the settings real quick. So I'm gonna show you the project setting and then what you are allowed and not allowed. Okay. So I'm gonna go to settings. All right. So this is project settings. Okay. Record webcam. So that means your computer got to have a webcam. All right. Your screen will be recorded. Any web traffic that you go if you're trying to go to other websites, okay, on your phone or anything like that, you will actually be recorded. You will actually be required to take a photo using your computer. You will need a student ID or government issue ID to identify that the pictures, okay, the picture that you took and the picture on the ID are the same. I do not require room scan at all, okay, because sometimes if a student is using an actual computer, then you'll be very hard to pick up the computer, okay, and scan it. Since all the students have calculator, I will not turn on any calculators on the website. You will not be able to copy and paste. You will not be able to print. Browser guard will actually be turned on, limited browser activity to the exam contents. Okay. You're not actually allowed to using any other apps, okay, or other URLs. All right. Students guidelines. Open book is allowed. Notes is allowed. Scratch paper is allowed. Okay. Some classes has handwritten portions of the exam, so you actually need to print your handwritten portion first, so you can have that paper ready, okay, on the table when you take an exam. Restroom break is allowed. Handheld calculator is allowed. I do not allow the headphones, hats, okay, or taking the exam in a public area. Background noise background noise is allowed just in case people have kids, sometimes they cry or they yell, things like that, or people come might be coming in and out of a kitchen if that's where you choose to take a test. So I do allow background noises. Additional information instructions. So some students using their cell phone as a calculator, so cell phone is allowed. Notes, scratch paper, textbook, handwritten portion of the exam are also allowed, like I mentioned earlier. Okay, what is not allowed is no other person should be in the room assisting you with the exam. Okay, you should do this final exam on your own. Okay, you cannot have people you hire, people helping you with the exam. If your final exam does have a handwritten portion, okay, please, after you submit the final exam, okay, got to wait till after you submit the final exam, then you're gonna take picture of the handwritten portion and upload into the Dropbox. Okay, make sure make sure you already submit. Okay, make sure you complete both the computer and the handwritten portion, and submit the exam, the computer portion, before you start taking pictures. Okay, so in that case, you're not gonna be flagged cheating or anything like that. All right. So what I want you to do after you watch this video, I do want you to go back and watch this specific videos, okay, made by Unlock on how to actually use Unlock. This is a student's guide, okay. You can ignore the part about the room scan, okay, and their learning management system they show is slightly different look than ours, but what I really want you to pay attention is the taking a picture, okay, and using taking a picture of yourself and taking a picture of your photo ID, and make sure you use Google Chrome as a web browser, okay? Because you will actually need to do an add on an extension, Google Meet extension. So make sure you use the Chrome, okay, as your browser. Okay, on any other type of browser may not work. All right. So let me just go over this real quick on what's on the practice on the lock. So just two questions real quick. Okay, I will make another video of go over your final exam. So just two quick questions real quick on the practice on the lock. Once you go through the authentication and the exam starts, it's simply asking, are you planning on returning to ANTC next semester? You will answer yes or no, or you can answer you're not sure. Number two, if you are returning to ANTC semester, have you registered for classes yet? So just say yes or no. All right. So just real simple. Talk a little bit about the settings of Honorlock or your practice exam. Please make sure you watch the videos on how to use Honorlock student guide. Okay. If you got any other questions, please don't hesitate to let me know.